Hello, welcome to the NFL show. Today we're going to be talking about the top three fantasy performers. Yeah, fantasy performers, and we're also going to be talking about next year's Super Bowl winners.
All right. So at quarterback, I have Tom Brady as number one. Even though he's probably going to be suspended 4 games this year, you always can keep him as one of the most consistent quarterbacks in the league, even as he ages. And at number two, Aaron Rodgers with a revamped Jordy Nelson and Eddie Lacy going to be even stronger this year and lost weight in the offseason. The other teams are going to have more to worry about the running game, and it'll open up passing. And at number three, Russell Wilson. He's going to just keep progressing in with Doug Baldwin and Ricardo Lockett. Those guys are just progressing. Running back might be a little issue, but they do have an up-and-coming running back.
My top three fantasy QBs will be first off Cam Newton. I mean, the guy can do it all from throwing to running. He has good targets. I mean, he has Ted Ginn and gets Calvin Benjamin back, so I think he's going to explode again. And then at number two, I have Aaron Rodgers. He had a down year last year for himself. For any other quarterback, would be considered a good year, but he gets Jordy Nelson back, a new and improved Eddie Lacy, and I think everything's going his way. I think he'll bounce back in a great way. And my third quarterback will be Andrew Luck. He's also another bounce back quarterback as he missed a lot of time last year, but I think he'll definitely rebound. He has all the tools to do it. He just got a massive contract, and I think he'll be able to live up to it pretty easily.
All right.
And for running backs, you always can count Adrian Peterson as a lock for top three running backs. The guy's insanely strong, insane running game, and the Vikings really don't have that great of a passing game. Teddy Bridgewater is going to be more productive this year. And then at number two, I have Todd Gurley. He is the whole Los Angeles Rams offense. He is their offense. So when teams figure out that they're only running the ball, he's going to get stopped, but eventually he's running the ball 30 times per game, so he's going to pick up productive fantasy yards. And at number three, Le'Veon Bell. He had a disappointing season last season to end the season with a torn meniscus in his knee. But he's going to come back with a fully healthy knee, and Antonio Brown is just going to be even more insane, so that's going to open up the running game for the Steelers.
So my first top running back next year, I'm starting out with Le'Veon Bell. He can run and catch, and he did under the torn meniscus, but it looks like he's fully healed. And I read a fact saying he's 99% body muscle, 1% fat. So I mean, the guy's a monster. He can run, he can catch. There's nothing else to it other than he could. I think he could end up being a 2,000-yard runner with 600 yards receiving. He's that good. And he's in a very dynamic offense with Ben Roethlisberger and Antonio Brown. My second running back's Todd Gurley, and he had a fantastic rookie year. And I think he only gets better with Jared Goff coming in as his quarterback because now the defenses have to start. They can't keep loading the box, and put 8 in the box. They have to watch the pass game now that they have Jared Goff instead of Nick Foles. So I think Gurley will have a great year. And then Adrian Peterson, I mean, there's not much to say about him other than he's a beast. He's going to get his yards. He's not a great catcher, but he runs, and that's all he does.
Have you seen his latest workout? It's absolutely insane. He definitely is the best running back in the league.
Wait, I have a question about that. You said you seen his latest workout.
I know,
his
but
workout lead to?
I know, but his off-season workout, it's absolutely insane.
I mean, you can work out like crazy.
I know, but he.
If you tore your meniscus or anything, or ACL,
I know, but
anything, could be
he's
over.
the strongest running back in the league.
My top three receivers, number one, I have Antonio Brown. He had a fantastic year last year. He was the leading production receiver at the most fantasy points, and I think he continues that this year. If you're in the PPR league, he gets so many catches, and he gets a lot of yards and a lot of touchdowns. There's nothing he can't do. And he doesn't have Martavis Bryant stealing catches now. My number two is DeAndre Hopkins. He gets a new improved offense with Lamar Miller and Brock Osweiler, and they got Will Fuller and some other receivers that will really help him out. So now he's not gonna get double teamed, and they're just gonna, whenever he's open or has one man on him, he's gonna get the ball and he's gonna be a monster. My third is Odell. He's so dynamic and so versatile, he can make any catch. He had a great year last year, and I think he only gets better now that Ben McAdoo's their head coach and now Tom Coughlin. McAdoo loves to throw the ball.
And my number one receiver is Antonio Brown. He might not have a great season as he did last season, but he's still going to have a phenomenal season. And at number two, I have Julio Jones. The guy's 6'5", 230. He physically cannot be stopped. Matt Ryan always figures out a way to find him. You always can put him in for a touchdown. And at number three, I have DeAndre Hopkins. It was really good last season, and he's only going to improve this season.
I like Julio Jones a lot, but he's more boomer bust, so he's kind of risky. But more than often, he's pretty good. So my number one tight end is Gronk. He has Martellus Bennett now, so he's going to be even more efficient now that people aren't going on it. And then I have Jordan Reed and Greg Olson, two fantastic tight ends, and they're all three of them are poised to have great years with great quarterbacks.
All right, now we're gonna move on to next year's Super Bowl picks predictions.
All right, and coming out of the NFC, I probably have the Seahawks or the Cardinals. That's gonna be a really good matchup. And then the AFC, I'm gonna have to go with the Patriots. Even though Tom Brady's gonna be suspended for 4 games, that's still not gonna impact the record. They'll probably go 3-1 in those games.
I have the Cardinals coming out of the NFC. They're loaded at every position. And out of the AFC, I have the Patriots. Tom Brady's poised to make the Super Bowl after losing in the AFC Finals last year, so I think the Patriots will get it done.
I have Cam Newton because last year they were like the best in the league, and I'm pretty sure he's ready to come back for his championship. About the other division or the other conference, I'm not sure because there's a lot of good teams out there now with good draft picks. That's it. This has been the NFL show. I'm Jalen Russell.
I'm William Carmen.
And I'm Ethan Henschel.
Thank
Good
you.
night.